Well, it's morning time where I am, so I will wish everyone a good morning and a good day. I am Sissy and I am doing a tutorial. This one is geared toward the beginner player. I'm going to call it Farmtown for Beginners 101A, because I'm sure I don't want to overwhelm you guys. So I am going to do probably 3 parts. So this is part A. Then there'll be part B and part C, I think. I think that should cover pretty much the gist of the game. But anyway, welcome to Farmtown. It is a community game with neighbors and buddies. You work together and you work for each other and you trade with each other. It's pretty cool. In the beginning, looking back, I've been playing since July of 2021. So just about 3 years now, right? 25, almost 4 years. Wow, time goes by fast. Anyway, so I'm not like a real expert. I still learn things every day. Like I just learned something this morning as I was doing a test video on the tools that I wanted to show you. Anyway, like I said, this game will take a lot of time. So it's an investment in time. It will take real money, cash. Listen, I put that down under my entertainment expense, okay? Because I don't really go out that much anymore. And so I use it as my entertainment expense because I'm on here. I'm disabled, so I am on the game every single day. If I miss a day, it's a rare fluke, you know? So anyway, it's what I do to fill my day, and I have a lot of fun, and I hope you will too. And like I said, now that it's almost going to be 4 years, wow, a year escaped me. I don't know what happened to it. I lost a year. Anyway, I find that like 95% of the players are very nice people. And I think they're an older crowd, so you don't get a bunch of teeny boppers and crazy, posts and stuff like that. But I will warn the women, there are creeper dudes, so you gotta be careful. But I think 95% that I've come across have been really cool. And you just gotta, feel your way out. Of course, don't give out any personal information or, don't do anything like that because you don't want to, set yourself up for an incident. But other than that, the game is basically you farm. This is my farm here. And I got animals, okay? I got flowers, I got crops, I got fish, I got some facilities and some factories and all kinds of stuff. But basically what your goal is here is you grow your crops and your flowers and your trees and your fish, and you harvest all these things. And with that, you fill it with known as factories. Okay? And then when the factories are done making their products, they send it to facilities that will sell your products. Okay? And also some go down here into your storage. Okay? And with that, you go to the trade marketplace and you can sell them. So you make coins up here. See coins? And that's pretty much, and then you can trade with each other and work for each other and all that good stuff. We'll get into all that, but that's the gist of the game. And now, I just want to say, the speed is not the game. It is my computer. So I apologize for the delay as we switch through farms and places that I want to take you to and show you. The speed is my computer. I hope to get a new one this year, maybe in a couple months. And also, this recording app that I got, this one here, see, OBS. I don't know anything about it really. I just learned how to record and pause and do that kind of stuff. I do not edit. And somehow I went in here. See these microphone things? They were working before, but now they're not. So my microphone, I've done something to the settings, and it's not as clear or as great as it used to be. So I apologize for that as well. So the speed and the microphone settings are me. Okay, so let's get started. What are we going to talk about today in part 1? Well, the most important things. Your experience points. These are the numbers here. Your level, which is here. I'm currently at the highest level, which is 1525. And we're going to talk about coins, which is right here. We're going to talk about farm cash, which is where you spend your real money and you get farm cash. But there's other ways to get farm cash. I'll talk about that later. And fuel. This little red fuel tank, look at all the fuel I got. That's over almost 4 years. It took me that long to gather that much fuel. And I'm going to tell you how to do it legitimately, okay? I know there's ways out there, cheap programs, and everybody comes up with something funky. But I'm going to show you legitimately how you can make fuel on Farmtown, okay? So let's start with experience points. So we're going to talk about experience points, coins, farm cash, and fuel. And we're also going to talk a little bit about the job marketplace, which as a beginner, you're going to spend a lot of time at. So I'm going to save that to the end, and then I'm going to take you there and show you how all that works, and some tips and tricks on how to get hired by good people. And I don't mean by good people, by people with larger tools. I'm not poo-pooing on the people with smaller tools. I'm not. Smaller tools have their place, okay, in the beginning. But I'm going to show you tips and tricks how to avoid wasting time with the small tools, okay? So let's go back to experience points. We're going to talk about that. Oh, and you guys are lucky because my videos are not scripted, okay? And actually, this time, because I think it's so important for beginners, I actually did an outline. So I'm not going to wander from topic to topic like I normally do. So we're on experience points right now. So with experience points, you get to level up, okay? So the more experience points you have, the faster you can level up. When you level up, you get 1 farm cash per level. So that's kind of cool. So you want to get these experience points in the beginning because you want to level up, because you want to get the farm cash, right? So if you level up without spending any of your farm cash as you level, by the time you reach the highest level, which is currently 1525, you will have 1,525 farm cash, at which point you can go to the store and buy all kinds of stuff. I'll show you that later. How do you get experience point? There's a lot of different ways. The main way is by creating what they call fish farms. I'm going to take you to my brother's farm. My brother passed away 5 years ago, but we played this game together and had a lot of fun. I have since turned all his farms into fish farms, and I'm going to show you one, because we're going to go back to this one a little later when we talk about fuel. But this is what a fish farm looks like. Why is it doing that? It's totally covered in lakes and seacoasts and rivers, all kinds of stuff, right? But it's a farm, but it is totally covered in water. And the water has different kinds of fish, okay? So keep that in mind. What you do, I have a separate video on how to make or how to layer the lakes, how to make these. I have a separate video on that. But essentially, you just lake after lake after lake after lake. And every time you buy a lake, you get experience points. You see? So every time you buy one of these lakes, and there's hundreds of them, hundreds, literally, you get experience points. So you're going to level up pretty fast by creating these fish farms. I'm just saying. I'm going to go back to my home because I want to show you there are 3 or 4 tools that you want to buy and have on hand. Okay? And it's these hands right here. They're called Edit Freestyle because they allow the overlapping of the lakes and the edge work on the farm. So you go to the store, click on store, click on tools, because it's a tool, so click on tools, and then search for freestyle. Freestyle. There they are. Now you have to buy them in order, and I'm guessing they give you the yellow one. I can't remember because the yellow one is not showing here, so I'm guessing that's a freebie. So then you would buy them in order. So you'd have to buy the orange one, then the green one, and then the purple one. But in reality, you want all 4. It's the purple one that you're going to need to get to. Okay? So what is that? 140 farm cash? And you'll be there. And then you can start creating those fish farms, because that's how you're going to level up quickly. Okay? You also get experience points by buying things. I kind of went over that with the fish farm making and the lakes that you buy. But anytime you go to the store and you buy stuff, say you go to furniture, say you're a decorator, and you like to decorate your farms, and you buy stuff, it tells you right there how much experience you're going to get. See? Experience gain, 8. If you buy this picnic table because it's farm cash, you're going to get 452 experience points. So it tells you how much experience you're going to get with each thing you buy. Now, let's go to buildings. You get more with building. Okay? Lots, farmhouses, you get 1,000 experience points. So it's kind of worth it to remember that. So also you get it by, I'm going to talk more about this too. Come up here to this My Request. Click on that. I'm sorry, I'm drinking my coffee too. Okay, these are my neighbors and my buddies. These doodads right here. They're my neighbors and my buddies, right? And they all got facilities and factories and things of that nature that they want help with, right? So every day they post. You post once a day. Some people post twice a day. Some people post 3 times a day. I post when I zero out. We'll talk more about that later. But when I zero out, I repost, because what happens now with the new game site, they automatically, like, this will go away if you zero out, so that nobody wastes their time clicking, right? So if somebody clicks on you to help and you're zeroed out, you've got nothing to do. So they just wasted their time. So the new version just deletes your stuff once you zero out. Anyway, what they've done is they said, please refer clients to my facilities. And I would like to hire you to work in my facilities, which is factories. Factories you work in, facilities you refer people to. Now, as a new person, you're going to have to click each one, okay? You can't use this yet, because I don't think you've got 4 trains loaded and dispatched. So, you have to click each one individually. And then when you do that, you have to click so many inside their farm before the mayor picks up and takes over, right? So it's a lot of clicking, very, very time consuming in the beginning. Well worth it, alright? So let's click on Sally. She wants help. Let's see what happens. We'll click on her. See, it's the delay. It's not the game. It's my computer. I just have an old jalopy computer, so it's kind of slow. I suppose I could pause the video, but it'll pop up. Okay, so here she is. Now as you see, my mayor is going to compensate me 20% of all products, and I'll receive 1 experience point for each product type consumed. So that's a lot of experience points. So let's say, okay, get started. Okay, let's get started. Now you're not going to do this. You're going to have to click on each individual farm. It's, I know, a pain in the butt in the beginning when you do. Now, the way to avoid, oh, here, let's talk about, see the products you're getting? See the numbers changing? That's how many products you're getting. And look up here. See your experience points? They're adding up. Alright? They're adding up quite nicely. And you're getting products. So when you help your neighbors, you get products, which you can later, which go to your storage, which you can later go to the trade marketplace and sell and make coins, and you also get experience points. So it's really good to help your neighbors. Okay, thank you. Now, with that being said, notice how mine just did them automatically for me? Okay, side note. Up here, they have what's called forms and help. Alright? Now you click on that, and it opens up here in a new tab, okay? Now I'm going to log in. It's good to do this. It's good to register for the form, okay? And every time you come back, my computer, it automatically stores my name and password. So I just log in, and it's easy, 1, 2, 3, okay? Now, you click on Game Guide. Look, it says there's 14 people viewing the Game Guide. So we're going to click on the Game Guide, and we're talking about trains, right? Because the mayor wants you to have so many trains before he's going to help you with those facility work for your neighbor. So like I said, in the beginning it's going to take a long time. I don't see trains. Go to page 2. Trains. Oh, here we go, freight trains. Now, we're going to be all about the freight trains. But here's what I want to show you. Diversified trains. How does the train help with facility work? See, we were just there, right? On facility work. Well, here it goes into detail. Okay? So you can read all about it. It's chapter 29. Okay? And then you click on how does the train help with facility work? Well, I think 2 trains with 10 or more different long cars will get you to where I am, right? When the mayor does all the work. So you only have to click once. Oh my gosh, such a time saver. So work on getting yourself 2 trains with 10 or more different lawn cars. And they have to be working lawn cars. They can't be decorative lawn cars. Okay? So with that being said, let me take you back here. Let me go home. Now let me take you back to the store. And we're going to click on trains and ships. Now, you buy yourself a train. See the standard freight train? It's coins. Yay. But eventually you do want to get the bigger ones, which are farm cash. Eventually you'd like to have, ideally, one of each, right? Trains are expensive. I'm not going to lie. It's going to cost you farm cash, okay? So say you get the regular freight to begin with for 100,000 coins. No big deal. Well, here's the deal. See these long cars? Some of them are farm cash. Some of them are coins. Okay, the coins are just decorative. They don't count. Don't waste your time buying them because they don't count for anything. They're just going to show up on your farm and it's just for looks. So unless you're really big into trains, I wouldn't waste my time with these. What you want are these that cost the farm cash. So it wants you to have 10 of them. So already at 35 farm cash each, you're already up to what? 350 farm cash? That's quite a bit of money. for a train. But you need 10 of them. Alright? So just scroll down and it tells you what it carries. If you click on the green question mark, the long tank car. This is the items that it carries. Inks, well, that's good. Crude oil barrel, you need that for fuel. So definitely get yourself one of those, because it carries your crude oil barrel. You get some of that. But that's the whole deal with trains, okay? So in order for you to get experience points the way I was showing you over here by my request, and you don't work the wall, this is called facility wall request. This is what they call the wall. See how many? See why it's important to have neighbors and buddies? Because the more you have, the better off you are with gaining experience points. Because if you go in and work each and every one of these, my oh my, you're going to have a lot of experience points. You're going to level up faster. But in order to have the mayor work it, like mine does, I'll show you again. I'll click on the other one. See, because I have 4 trains with 10 cars each. So I can actually only have to click once. I don't even have to click twice. I'll show you. See, as a new person, you would say, okay, I'll get started, but then you'd have to click individually each farm. For a while, you would be clicking, and then eventually the mayor will pick up and do the rest for you. Whereas now mine, because I have the 2 trains with the 10 cars each, see how the mayor's doing all the work? I just sit here, and it's going through the farms. I don't have to click. Pretty nice. Get yourself 2 trains with 10 cars each. That would be my first buying option. Is the trains, because it's going to help you get experience points, products, and coins. Because you're going to sell products at the trade marketplace and make coins. So definitely invest in the 2 trains with 10 cars each. Okay? Now, also, you make money. Come down here to the map. Down here, okay? Map. And these are all the different places you can go to. I'll show you a lot of them later. But what we're concerned with as a beginner is the job marketplace. This is where you get hired to work other people's farms, which give you experience points and coin. And this is where you go to hire other people to work your farms. Yes, as a beginner, you can hire people to work your farms. I'm going to show you how. We're not going to go there right now. It's just another way to get experience points and coins. And I'm going to mention this last one, but as a beginner, I wouldn't really suggest it unless you happen to luck out, big time luck out, and find somebody who's willing to let you use their big tools and their fuel. Because in the beginning, you're not going to have big tools and you're not going to have a lot of fuel. So if you can find somebody that will let you work their farms every day and they'll let you use their big tools and their fuel, that is called super neighboring. They have to be one of your neighbors. So if you find somebody in the job marketplace, say, you'd have to become friends with them, and then, you'd have to become neighbors with them, and then you would have to make them into a super neighbor, or they would have to make you into a super neighbor. Either way, super neighboring gives you experience points and coins. I have a whole separate video on super neighboring, okay? But as a beginner, I wouldn't really jump on that, but I'm offering it because it is a good way to make experience points and coins. Okay? So we have covered experience points. I'm going to pause the video for a brief second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Now, the next step, according to my outline, is talking about coins and farm cash. And I have it here to save your farm cash. As you level up, you're going to get farm cash. And I suggest you save it. Save it. Okay? and coins. We're going to talk about coins and farm cash. Okay, what can you do with coins and farm cash? You buy facilities, you can buy tools, trains, decorations, you can upgrade your farms, etc. Alright? So let's get you buying some farm cash. Let's get you going with those trains I talked about. You come down here to map, click on map, and click on the bank. Okay? You can either pay with PayPal or with your credit card. Either one. I pay with my credit card. And like I said, I've been doing it for almost 4 years. I've never had a problem. Okay? Never once have I had a problem. And I always buy this one, this $39.99 one. And like I said, I put it under my entertainment expenses because it's my entertainment. And in the beginning, I bought a lot of farm cash because I didn't know any better. I didn't know what I was doing. I hope this helps you. I hope this video helps you as a beginner. Don't go crazy with the farm cash. Just what you can afford. And then you click on the one you want, which I suggest this one. And then if you PayPal, you PayPal. You click on that. If you're going to use your credit card, you click on this one with Stripe. And then you follow. It opens up in a new link up here somewhere. And you follow the directions, you put in your card number and stuff like that. But I think subsequent purchases, my computer is set up that subsequent purchases, it just automatically is there. The information, you're going to input it one time, and then subsequent times, it's automatically there. So it makes it pretty nice and easy. So that's how you get your farm cash. I'm going to close out, because I just bought some. But I already earned 9 farm cash this week. Just by, we're getting there. Okay, so farm cash and coins. That's how you buy it. That's how you buy the farm cash. You can't buy coins, alright? There's no option to buy coins that I know of. If somebody out there knows something different, let me know. You get coins by working at the job marketplace. Remember? Down here, map, job marketplace. By working for other people, you also get coins and experience. Now, also you get coins by the trade marketplace. You sell and buy things there. So remember when I said the trains will bring you products and your facilities will make you products? Well, some of it goes down here into storage. So you would then just click on your storage, harvest and products. Now you see you have minced pork rice, let's say. I want to sell that. So you go to the market to sell, and you click on I want to sell my harvest or gifts, and it says, well, you came to the right place. Okay, whatever. Show me your prices. Okay, so now it's telling me that all my products, if I were to sell all my products, I would get this many coins. That's a lot of coins, right? But I never sell all my products. At most, I would click this down arrow and I would say sell half of all. If you do that, the number changes. So if I say sell half of all, it would give me that many coins. And I don't want to do that. I was just doing it to show you. I'm not going to sell any of my products right now. So when you do your business, you end up at this trade marketplace. All you have to do is click your home and go back home. And your business is done, and you will have received more coins. That's the trade marketplace. Now, the other place you can get coins is up here at My Request. Remember how we clicked on that for the wall? Right here, the facility wall request. And we helped our neighbors. Remember, Sally? Okay, well now they have another one called Show Other Wall Requests. You click on that. You know what? I have to pause the video again. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So we clicked on Other Wall Requests. Now, each person has up to 5 times they can ask for things or do stuff and whatever. But you get bonuses here. Bonuses. And you can help your friends by sending them ingredients. Like Jennifer, can you send me to make 80 Slovak goulash? Goulash? It's goulash, I know. I'm Polish. We eat goulash. Anyway, I'm going to click that just to show you. Send ingredients. Well, you see, they sent her what she wanted, but the mayor also sent you some. Okay? So now, this is going to go into your story, which in turn, you can go to the trade marketplace, like I just showed you, and sell it, and make coins. So my request, show other wall requests, and here we'll get a bonus. Let's see what he's got. Oh, McDonald, he's got a lot, doesn't he? Let's just do the first one. Let's get a bonus. Now he sent some to Old McDonald, but the mayor also sent some to us. So now we have a storage of 96 Venetian vines, which in turn we can go to Trade Marketplace and sell it and make coins, you see? So between your bonuses, my request, show the wall request, this is another way you can help your neighbors and yourself. So you get bonus, products, and send products, right? So either way, after a while, I usually go to the marketplace once a week and I sell. Typically I sell half of everything and I get coins. That's how I do it. But you can go daily if you want. You go to the marketplace every day if you want and sell whatever you gathered for that day. If that's the way you want to play. It's up to you. You play the way you want, right? But this is just an option to show you how to get more coins. Okay, let's go back to play. Another way is what they call quests. There's a blue one, there's a brown one, and there's a dark blue one called the NCC, Neighborhood Chain Contest, which you will not want to participate in just yet. I'm going to show you how to shut that off because you'll just drag down your other neighbors and you don't want to do that. Alright, so to get to the quest, you come in here to your toolbox, down here, and you see this light blue, it says Cooperative Quest Manager. That's the one that you need neighbors and buddies for, because if you click on it, here's the quest. They want you to make this product, right? And they tell you all the ingredients that are required, okay? Where do you get these ingredients? From your friends and neighbors and buddies, okay? I'm going to show you. See this little blue dot? See this little blue dot? That means they're playing the cooperative quest. These are my neighbors. And they are all playing the cooperative quest. Why? Because it gives you 15 million coins when you complete it. Very nice. Okay? So, get you some neighbors and buddies quickly. I'll show you much later how to go through and weed some of them out. But for now, just get as many neighbors and buddies as you can. Okay? And that's for the cooperative quest. Toolbox, blue box, cooperative quest. It also shows up when you're visiting other people. Like, let me go to Mike. Let me visit his farm. Say you're working somebody's farm, right? Or you're visiting. Anyway, they're going to have this little blue box down here somewhere. You'll see when Mike pops up. If they're playing the cooperative quest. If they're playing the cooperative quest, which he is, you'll see this little blue box. You can click on it. Now look, this is cool, because I'm glad he has stuff that I need. See up here where it says buy? That means, and it's got the number 4, that means he has 4 products that I need. So I will buy them. And see this one down here where it says 5? Oh my goodness, he's going to have everything I need. I lucked out. But see this one that says help? Let's click on that one. We're going to help him. He just needs one thing. He just needs some pears. So we go over here where it says help, and we click on sell him some pears. Now you see how I'm hovering? And you see how many I have stored? I have 7 million pears stored. He's only asking for 1. I'm going to sell it to him. Okay? I just made 54 coins. Okay? That's how you do. Okay? Now, this one, I'm going to go ahead. Oh, he needs 1,000 of that. Well, I have 115,000 of those. So I'm going to go ahead and sell him this one too. Now I just made 8,000 coins. Okay? Now I'm going to buy. It says 2 quest steps completed. I must have needed that twice. And I spent that many coins. Buy. 2 steps. Again. I spent that many coins. One and 1. So I made out like a bandit. Let's see what this one is. I need latex. Okay, I'll buy it. Okay, now you see over here how all those signs disappear? That means you have everything that he's got that you need. So you think. So you close that out. Go to your toolbox. Go to your cooperative quest. Now, here's where all those items went. So now I've got all those items, right? Let's see if you got any of these. Oh, and look, I got some over here too. Okay, so go back to this one, close this back out, click on his again. Because I think he's going to have more stuff I need. And he does. Check it out. So like I said, I'm making out like a bandit. So I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy this one. And I'm going to buy this one. Oh look, that switched. Now he needs help down here. He must be working on his cooperative quest. So let's go here and help him out. If we can. What does he want? He wants a lens. I hover over. I have plenty of lenses. So I'm going to sell him one. He just wants one. I made 20 coins. Big deal. Right? So again, all the tags went away. So you think you're good. Maybe, maybe not. You go back to your toolbox, click on Cooperative Quest. I still need turpentine and a rubber sheet. I still need these 2 items for that one. And I need teak log pile for this one and teak lumber pile. Alright, let's go back and see if he's got any of those. So we'll click on his for the 2nd or 3rd time. And look, he's got something I need. See how that works? What does he have? Hopefully the late thing. Oh, the turpentine. Alright, we'll buy that. And you just repeat the process until nothing else shows up. So go to your toolbox again, cooperative quest. Now I just need the rubber sheet and the teak. One more time, just to make sure I got everything. No, see? There's one more thing I can buy. The rubber sheet. See how easy that was? Let's see. Sometimes you get lucky that way. Sometimes you click on somebody who's playing and you get all of the products. See, I just got them all. Just from one player. So it's a nice, easy game to play. I'm going to produce my tool set. So open that. Oh, I'm not at home. I'm at his farm. We're going to close that out. Now we'll go back and click. And it should be empty. Now it's empty. So now, in essence, what it's saying is, you got everything you needed from this person, from this neighbor, and there's nothing more that they have available that you need. So you're good to move on to the next neighbor that's playing. So close that out. I'm gonna go home. I'm so happy that worked out like that for you guys to see that, because that's how Cooperative Quest work. That's how easy they are to play. Cooperative Quest Manager. Alright, so now you produce your tool set. Open Home Supply Factory. Tool set. Right? That's what they want me to make. Start batch. Close that out. It's telling you it's going to take 1 hour for that to be done. Well, when that's done, you'll come back in 1 hour and collect your 15,000, or is it million? I think it's million. Hundreds, thousands, millions. Yeah, 15 million coins you'll collect for completing that quest. Okay? So that's pretty cool. It's easy to play, you guys. These little blue dots tell you who's playing. So you can just click on them, click on their name, and hit Show Cooperative Quest. Okay? Now she doesn't have anything I need. So that's not a good one. So I go to the next one. This one. Show Cooperative Quest. Again, nothing I need. And you just keep going. Show Cooperative Quest. Nothing I need. See how easy that is? Show Cooperative Quest. Or, if you want to do it a different way, click on your name, Order by Cooperative Quest. Now what that does is it rearranges your neighbors down here so that all the people playing Cooperative Quest show up first. So all these people are playing. You click this little blue arrow for next. All these people are playing. Click the little blue arrow. All these people are playing. So you can, it's almost like all my neighbors play the Cooperative Quest. Thank the Lord, because I just go from one to the next, to the next, to the next. And typically, I can get everything I need. Okay? So that's Cooperative Quest. Now you want to go back to the way it was. I have mine ordered by Super Neighbors. I have a few Super Neighbors. I like to see their farms up close and personal. But that's just me. So now we covered the blue box, right? That's Cooperative Quest and how that works. Then there's a brown box called Quest Manager. You click on that. The brown box is things that you have to do yourself. You don't need any neighbors or buddies to help. So, like this one. I had to plant blueberries, and I had to plant soybean, and I had to produce this and harvest that. It's things you can do yourself. Alright? And when you complete that quest, you also get 15 million coins. Okay? So, I think they do it like every 6 or 7 days. You play this game, the brown one, and this blue one, these two. You play them, and you do them, and you complete the quest. You have the potential for earning 4 farm cash every week, okay? Because this one you'll get farm cash, and this one you'll get farm cash. Let me click on it. See how it says claim farm cash? Well, that will turn blue when the time is up. So it's usually 7. If you have completed 7 quests in 7 days, you'll get a farm cash. If you complete 8 or more, you'll get 2 farm cash. It's something like that. So you definitely have the potential of making 4 farm cash every week, okay, by playing those 2 games. This one, Cooperative Quest, and Quest Manager. Now this darker blue one is your Neighborhood Chains Contest. You hear a lot of people talking about the NCC, okay? I'm going to click on that. I'm pause the video for a second. I need a sip of my coffee. Alright, let's go on the Gather. Okay, so what the game does, see Neighborhood Chains Contest? Okay, so what the game does is it picks out 2 random coin facilities and 2 random farm cash facilities, okay? And the goal is to work these as often as possible, okay? And my Neighborhood Chains, this is your neighborhood. These are all your neighbors, right? Okay? And you scroll down. These are all your neighbors playing the game. Let's see if I can thank somebody. I wonder if I can thank somebody else. No? Okay. So these are all your neighbors. This is your score, your neighborhood score down here. This is how much time is left in the game. Okay? Now you want to see where you are with competing neighborhoods. I'm in the number 2 position, but barely. Doris is gaining on me. This is a highly competitive game. People get highly competitive with this game because I don't know why, but they do. And I haven't been in the number 2 slot, and I can't tell you how long. It's very hard to get 1, 2, or 3. Very hard, very hard, very hard to get these positions. So I'm pretty proud of myself if I can keep it. But if you end up being number 1, which a lot of my people are, we'll go over that in another video. Too much for one video. But you get farm cash. Okay? I think you get 2. I think you get 2 farm cash. If you're in number 2 slot, I don't know what the heck you get. I think you get 1 farm cash maybe, and 100% of the products. I'm not really sure. But you do get farm cash in the 1 and 2 slot. 3, just bragging rights. I show you that. So anyway, this tells you the buildings that you gotta work. This tells you which neighbors are playing, the NCC. And this is the competing neighborhoods. These are not your neighbors. These are other neighbors and neighborhoods. So this is your neighborhood with your neighbors. And this is your neighborhood score down here. So that's that. But because you don't have any facilities and or factories, or you might have 1 or 2, let's go ahead and not participate in the NCC. Because what will happen is you will show up with a 0 and you're just going to drag your neighborhood down. And that's not nice. So let's go ahead to preferences up here, this little wrench. Let's click on that. And it comes a bunch of your preferences. But we're concerned about this one down here that says Enable NCC. Well, because you're new, and you don't have any facilities really to speak of, make sure that box is unchecked, okay? Make sure that it's unchecked, because you don't want to drag your neighborhood down, okay? Because you don't have any facilities. So you can't play that just yet. Once you start getting some facilities and some factories, then you can come back and play again. And you just click it, enable, okay? But for now, we're going to leave it blank. Remember, that's under preferences. Leave it blank for now. Click the green button, okay? Later, you come back and you can play, okay? That's the NCC. Now, another way to get coins and farm cash is by the farm passes. They're over here. Farm Pass 1, Farm Pass 2. You click on them. They have daily goals, things they want you to do today. Then they have what's called seasonal goals, which are weekly goals, basically. And it says more seasonal goals in 2 days. Okay, so I must have met all my seasonal goals. I met all my goals. But you get goals, and then you get rewards. Farm cash. Up here, if you pay the $4.99, you will get access to the top level rewards. If you play for free, you will only have access to the lower level rewards. You still get farm cash, but you get one. If you pay the $4.99 to unlock the top level, you not only get this dollar farm cash, but you also get these 2 farm cash up here, so you get both if you spend the $4.99. That's one time every month. And I like Farm Pass 1 because, see, it has decorations. You get this little tree, you get this little tree, you get these little chairs, you get this woman. But you see also they have coins and farm cash. Here's another farm cash you got. Here's another farm cash you got. So you have farm cash. Pretty cool. You gotta work your goals though to get them. It takes a while. And then you get to give farm cash to 5 of your friends that help you out. That's nice. I usually pay the $4.99. If I like the upper decorations, I will pay for it. Not bad. Like, I like those chairs. So I paid for it this time. Because I want those chairs. I'm a decorative person. Now the coins are cool. It's a spinner. So when you get this reward, what happens is a spinner will come up with all kinds of monies. So you click on it, it spins and it stops. Wherever it stops, you get that many coins. So Farm Pass 1 and 2 will give you coins and farm cash. You just got to complete their goals. Okay, same with Farm Pass 2. They have different goals. They have different rewards. This one does not have decorations. This one has things of this nature. Increase your super facility. Go to certain ingredient of your choosing. Oh, and by the way, just found this out the other day. See how this says for facility ingredient of your choosing, earn up, whatever. If you're playing the brown box quest, do it yourself one, say you needed horsehair. Well, if you come up here under rewards and you get that option, choose horsehair because it will apply towards the brown box goals. Yeah, didn't know that. Did that one day, found that out. I was like, that's cool. So if you need something in your brown box goals and you got an opportunity to collect a reward on your farm pass, it'll help out the brown box. Yeah, didn't know that. Know that now. Pretty cool, nifty little trick. So we talked about Farm Pass 1 and 2, the goals and the rewards. I think they're each $4.99 if you want top and bottom rewards. Oh, and another way to get mega coins is to go fishing for other people. So when you go to the job marketplace they really don't like it. They're kind of snobby about it, actually. But if you put fish only, good luck. Because I don't know. Like, I hire people that say fish only because sometimes I just want my fishing done, but some people are snobbish. They don't like that. They don't like when you say fish only, but because you're new, I would say something like fuel for fish only. Like, you could use your fuel, but only for fishing. You know what I mean? Save your fuel, like you save your farm cash. Your fuel is very, very important. We're going to talk about that next. Selling things. Say I bought this log house like I did. I don't really like it, so I want to sell it. Sell it, you get your coins. Not all the coins. You paid for it, but you get some of the coins back. So if you sell things, you can get some coins back. Also, in your storage, remember how I showed you, go to market to sell? You can sell stuff in there too and get coins. And did you know this? But loading ships also gives you coins. Yeah, I didn't know that. But when you have ships, see, I have 7 here. Let's go ships. Seaport Manager. Now, I can load them all at one time if I want to, because I have all the necessary cranes. I think this one requires you to have all the cranes. But let's just load one ship. Let's load Kylie. See how I got 950,000 coins and products. So you get coins and product. Products you can later sell at the marketplace and get more coins. So loading ships is a good way to get coins as well. I'm gonna load all of them. And I made that many coins. Okay? And then I got trains over here. I can boost them individually. It gives me products. Trains give you products, which you can later sell at the marketplace. But I'm going to boost all trains. And it gives me this many products, 117,000 products. That's a lot. Alright, so I'm all caught up with that. Oh, what else can I tell you? I think that covers that. I'm going to pause the video for a brief moment. So we're on the experience points, leveling up, farm cash, coins. Now we're going to talk about fuel. And I think I can finish the fuel section before I have to pause the video again. And I probably should put the job marketplace on another video, but I don't think I will. I think I'll include it in the newbie beginners because it is for beginners. And we have a lot to talk about as a beginner. But let's talk about the fuel and where you get it. Legitimately, Farmtown. I'm going to go to my brother's account because he has everything I want to talk about on one farm. Farm 4. Okay. How to get fuel legitimately according to Farmtown. You need these items. This is an oil pump. This costs coins. I would suggest you put one of these on every single one of your farm. If you click on it, it produces your crude oil barrel. You need this in order to produce fuel. Okay? So get an oil pump and put one on every single one of your farms. Okay? That's my suggestion. Then, optional, but kind of cool, are these offshore oil rigs. Okay? Click on it. They also produce crude oil barrels, but 3 times as much as the regular oil pump. However, it costs farm cash. This offshore oil rig costs farm cash. So, ideally, you would want one on every single one of your farms, but the likelihood of that happening is not good. So, it's optional. It makes 3 times as much crude oil as the oil pump, but I don't know about putting it on every single one of your farms. If you can afford to, yay, you know. It's up to you. If you can afford it, do it. I would. I can't afford it. Well, for my brother's account, I could, because he only has 16 farms. And by doing what I've been telling you to do, that's how he's got to the highest level, by only having 16 farms. I made all fish farms, and I got fuel going for him, and all kinds of stuff. So the third item we want to talk about, so you get your crude oil barrels by the oil pump and the offshore oil rig. Okay? Well, now you need some place to make the fuel. And that is called an oil refinery. Right here. We're going to click on that, and ta-da! It produces your fuel. The regular oil refinery will give you 17 units of fuel every 6 hours. Fuel is like gold. You need fuel. You need fuel to work for other people. You need fuel to work your own farms and your own equipment. So you definitely need a lot of fuel. It also makes these other items. Okay? But remember I showed you this request up here and the show other wall requests? Remember that? Show other wall requests? What I'm about to show you is going to end up on that show other wall request. So people can click on it and send you fuel. I probably did that a little backwards, but I wanted to remind you of where to go to get fuel. You can also get fuel there. I'm just going back to Farm Freud. Okay. So you click on the oil refinery, right? And you click this little plus button here. See this little plus button? Click on that. Do you want to request ingredients for fuel tank from your friends? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Do you want to post this request to Facebook? No, I do not. So I leave that blank. So I don't want anything going to Facebook. So I click the green button, and it's going to say request sent. It's going to show up on that other wall request. So your neighbors and buddies can click on it, and you can get fuel. It'll show up in your gift box. Very handy. Here's your gift box, gift manager. Then I got a turbo oil refinery. It's the same thing as an oil refinery, but guess what? Click on it. It makes 3 times as much fuel. So this is going to give you 51 units in 6 hours, which is 3 times what a regular oil refinery will give you. Okay? And you can click here and ask for more fuel. Request sent. Okay? So you can ask for fuel twice. Now, here's the kicker. On one farm, you can only have one of each. You can only have one oil pump, one offshore, one oil refinery, and one turbo oil refinery. That is it. If you buy anything more, like if you bought another offshore oil rig, it's just going to show up as decoration. It's not going to be useful. It gives you a warning, or it's totally blocked out. Let's go to the store. I'm going to go back home. Okay, now we're back on my farms. So now I'm going to go to the store, and we're going to click on facilities, and we're going to type in oil. Okay, here they come. See how the oil pump is only 50,000 coins? So you can afford to put that. See, I have 50 farms, and I own 50, because I put one on every single one of my farms. Now, the offshore oil rig, I only have 2. They cost farm cash, 32 farm cash. I only have 2, because I'm a decorative person. I like to decorate, and I only have 2 water farms. So it looks kind of funny for an offshore oil rig to be on a farm where there's no water. That's why I only have 2. Probably get more later, right? Here's your oil refinery. It also costs farm cash. Now, I suggest you at least get 1. At least 1. Now, it says I own 32, because I'm trying to put one on every single one of my farms. But they cost 32 farm cash each. So, it's taken me a while, you know? I still have a ways to go, but I want to start producing more fuel so I can work for other people easier. When you do fish farming, it takes a lot of fuel to do that, because you got to power up that boat, and that takes a lot of fuel. So there's the oil refinery, and here's the turbo oil refinery. I only own one because they're 96 farm cash. I don't have that kind of money. I'm on a fixed income, so I only have one of those. Be careful not to confuse it with the turbo oil factory. So over here, turbo oil factory, turbo oil refinery is what you want. This turbo oil factory is like vegetable oil, cinnamon oil, essential oils, things like that. It's not what you want. You want the turbo oil refinery, at least one. 96 farm cash. But that's how you go about getting it. Under facilities, type in oil, and you'll see them. Okay? Like I said, ideally you would want one of each on every single farm. Ideally. But do what you can do. The best that you can do. Definitely an oil pump on every single farm. Definitely. And then however many of these you can afford or want or do. However many of these you can afford or want or do. And definitely one of these turbos. If you can afford more, that's fantastic. You make more fuel, right? Okay, so that's all about fuel there. Those are the legitimate ways to get fuel. You can also get fuel from your friends and buddies. Down here is a gift. Gift manager. Okay, so you can send it to send fuel. There it is, one fuel tank. You can select that and send it to your friends, okay? My gifts shows you what I got in my gift box right now, and my pending gifts. Now you see this? There's a fuel. But if I wanted to, I could exchange all for fuel. And that turns them all into fuel, 100 at a time. Okay? So you can also get fuel this way, okay? From your pending gifts. Exchange all, go look for fuel, click it, and then hit accept all. And it does it 100 at a time. So if you collect more than, like I got thousands in here. Because I usually save mine for freshwater bait and seawater bait because I have a lot of fishing and I'm always out of bait. But anyway, as a newbie, you can probably get away with changing them all into fuel. That's another way. And then lastly is go down here to map and go to your fuel station. Click on that. But you can only do this once per day. You will be able to refuel in 13 hours. That's after midnight. But you see how they calculate your fuel? By your game level, by how many neighbors you have, by how much help you've given other people. So the more help you give other people, the better off you are. And active neighbors. So some of your neighbors may not be active every day. So this counts your active neighbors for the day. And then fuel tanks. So it's saying I get this much in 13 hours, which isn't a lot at all for me. So I don't know what's going on there. I have to be more helpful, I guess. But that's the other way. So oil pump, offshore oil refinery, turbo refinery, pending gifts, exchange all, fuel station. Now, there's also what they call ghosting. I don't recommend it. I tried it once. I followed a video. I don't know what happened. It didn't work. But I know people who say it works and blah, blah, blah. It's called ghosting. If you want to YouTube video that, you can YouTube video that. Also, I think there's free gift sites out there. Farmtown gift sites. You could probably get fuel from them as well. But I don't do that. I make enough fuel on my own. So I don't have to worry about ghosting or free Farmtown gift sites. The job marketplace is the last place I'm going to take you to, and we're going to talk about that. But I want to show you the difference between small tools and large tools, okay? Because I don't want you wasting time on small tools. Working for other people with small tools, unacceptable in my book. But I'm just saying, they go there. They do that. I don't know why, but really, I think You shouldn't hire at the marketplace unless you have the big tools, or you're hiring somebody that has the big tools. There's no reason to suffer through with these smaller tools. I'm going to show you. Let's do a 4x4. I'm going to pick purple grapes this time. I don't like asparagus anymore. See how these little yellow squares? No, you don't want that. Let's go to this one. Purple grapes. See how it's bigger, but still all those little yellow squares? No, you don't want that. Let's go up even higher. Let's go to the biggest one they got. See this? Oh, it looks fantastic, right? Oh, look how big it is. No, it's still a small tool. And you're going to find out why. Because people are going to have layers. And then you're going to be stuck messing around with layers. And it's not good. Anytime you see yellow squares like this, let me blow it up. See these yellow squares? Get out of Dodge. No. You're not going to work for them. You're going to... If you get hired by somebody and you see yellow squares like that, you're going to stop immediately. Down here, there's going to be a little place to send a note. You're going to send them a message, and you're going to say, I'm sorry, I can't finish the job. Send it, and then go back to the job marketplace and try again. You do not trust me. Let's do the flowers as well. Let's see. Oh, that's a square. Dang it. There you go. Yellow? No, you're not working with that. Don't even waste your time. Make sure they have extended tools. I'm going to show you. Make sure it's a box. It can be this small box, or it can be this big box. Okay? The bigger the box, the better off you are. The less clicking you have to do. So make sure they have extended tools at least. That's the difference. You see those little yellow squares? Get out of there. Okay? Don't waste your time. Just send a message, say, I'm sorry, I can't finish the job, leave, and go back to the job marketplace. So with that being said, we're going to go to the job marketplace. And I'm going to teach you a little bit about it. This is where people come to work if they're in red, or to hire people if they're in pink. They sell things, they go in brown. Let me show you where I am. Let's go where I am. Let me come over here. Here I am. Okay? So if I wanted to sell something, I would go brown. And people are like, hey, what are you selling? Right? If I want to hire somebody, I go in pink. H for hire. I want to hire somebody. If you hover, I want to hire other farmers. Right? If you want to work for other people, which you will, you'll go in red. If they want to add me as a neighbor, yes. Okay, I will accept the neighbor request. If you want to meet other farmers socially, that's what you do. You're aqua. But if you're looking for neighbors, you'd be blue. Blue and red are your colors. You want neighbors, and you want to work for other people. Okay? Hi there, I'm kidding. I would like to add you as my neighbor. Okay. See how that works? People just send you a message. How do you add them as a neighbor? Click on their avatar, add to neighbors, or add to buddy list. See that? You just click on their avatar, and you can add them to your neighbors or add them to your buddy list. Whether they say yes or no is entirely up to them. And if they say yes and accept you, then you should send a thank you note. Like, thanks, you know, or something like that. What else can I tell you about the job marketplace? You can type down here. You can say new, no fuel or tools, or you can say your big tools and your fuel, please. Or if you're working on a Farm Pass quest, you can say, I need flowers for Farm Pass, or whatever you want to type. It's a chat. It's a chat. You're chatting with people. Also, let me come over here because now that guy's standing on me. There's a tagline, status message, and type that. As a new person, you might want to say, here's the thing. Oh, good, I'm glad this happened. This is, hi, do you have time to earn some money? I need you to harvest my crops, trees, flowers, plow some fields, fish, and chop down my trees. I will let you use my tools. See that? That's that. And sometimes they'll say, I will let you use my tools and my fuel first. This is, I'm going to say no thanks. I'm busy right now. But that was a job offer. It pops up like that. I'm glad that happened. That was a job offer. Okay? I'm going to go higher and take off red. Because I'll get job offer after job offer. But read your job offers. As a new person, make sure you're going to use their tools and their fuel. See, that guy didn't let me use his fuel, only his tools. And we don't know what kind of tools he had. I probably should have taken it just to see. But remember what I said. If you see those little yellow squares, get out of there. Don't waste your time. Sorry about that. I had a little coughing spasm. Anyway, because I am not new, and because I do have the max tools, I will type max tools, and because I have plenty of fuel, I will say and fuel, okay? Now it shows up on my tagline. Sissy, max tools and fuel, okay? Now, if you're new, change that, and you don't have any fuel to speak of, which you don't, and your tools are small, which they will be, here's a trick. You can still say max tools. They don't know. They don't know if you made money and bottom or what. They know you're going to be new because of your level, but they're not going to know what kind of tools you got until they hire you, right? So when you saw that job offer come across, he said, you can use my tools. Well, that's okay. If it didn't say that, and you're advertising max tools and you don't really have them, then I would not accept that job offer. If it says you can't use his tools, then don't accept that job offer, because you do not have the max tools. You see, it's just a trick I'm showing you. Typically, when I use max tools and fuel, I get people who also have max tools and fuel hiring me. And because I have fuel, it doesn't really matter to me if I use their fuel or my fuel, because I have billions of it. So it doesn't matter to me. But as a new person, it's going to matter. So be careful what you write if you want to check them out. Or you could say, your tools and fuel, please. See? Your tools and fuel, please. But what that says to somebody is that you are a new person and you don't have tools or fuel. And that's when you get taken advantage of, and that's when people with small tools try to hire you. Okay? So I really wouldn't use this tag. Be creative. Be creative. You can put anything in there you want, really. People even delete their name. Like, they'll just, if they need the space to type what they want to type, I've seen it where their name's not even on there, you know? So you can, you can really be creative and put in whatever you want to put in if it fits, you know what I mean? What else could you do as a new person? How about, I told you the trick about max tools and fuel, and then you just gotta watch the job offer and make sure they're letting you use their tools and their fuel first. Definitely make sure it says their fuel first. Alright, almost done with this video, you guys. Thanks for hanging in there with me. So that's how you do your tagline. Then, if you want to hire somebody, it'll be in pink, right? So you're going to look for people in red. So I click on her avatar, and what do you want them to do? Do you want them to plow? Or do you want them to fish? Or do you want them to chop your trees? Or harvest your trees? Maybe you want to add them as a buddy or a neighbor. Maybe they are playing the cooperative quest. You can also say show cooperative quest. If they're playing, it will come up. You will pay more because they're not your neighbors, but maybe they have the product that you need. You know what I mean? Show trading warehouse. You can private chat with them or send a message to them. You can visit their farm and see what their farm looks like. Sometimes that will give you a clue as to what type of tools and fuel they have, right? I typically say hire multiple, and say you got crops that are due to be harvested. Well, not only do you want them to harvest your crops, but you also want them to plow afterward so that it will be ready for you to go plant again, right? And if you want them to harvest your trees, they might as well chop your trees, right? That's how I look at it. So, see here, they get this option. Let employees use my tools. Well, I would unclick that. Let employee use my tool first. Well, no. Do not let employees use my fuel first. And do not even let them use it last, because they could run out of fuel and start using yours. So I would click do not let employee use my fuel, period. Employee can switch tools using the extended toolbox. That's fine, okay? That's fine. So unclick that one. Let employees use my tools, because you got tiny tools. Nobody wants to use them. And you don't really have any fuel to speak of. So click this option. Do not let employees use my fuel, period, okay? When you go to hire people, that's how you want to do it, okay? So just remember that. I'm going to cancel that and cancel out of that. Another way you can do it is, see, don't mind which job, thank you. You can go right here and click on their name, right from the chat. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. See, this person is not high level. They only have 1284. So they may or may not have good tools. They may or may not have some fuel built up. But if you're going to offer them a job, remember what I told you. No tools, no fuel. They have to use their own. Okay? And whether or not they accept the job or not is entirely up to them. Right? What else can I tell you about this job marketplace? It's crazy. People get crazy in here. They come, they go, they come, they go, they come, they go. Red is usually they want to work. Pink is usually they're hiring. When they stay gray, it means they probably want to work and or they probably want to hire. We don't know what they're doing. And then these colors, of course, tell you other things about them if they go into other colors. Okay? You can ignore user if you get a spammer, you know. You can report abuse, like if somebody's cussing or being mean, you can report that. You can also hide chat, and your neighbors will come up. Okay, there's my neighbors. So if you wanted to go directly to a neighbor's farm from here, you could. I went over the tools and the fuel, the tagline. I went over the small versus the large tools. You want the big square, okay? The bonus chest. When you work for other people and they're not your neighbor and or your buddy, you get what's called a bonus chest, which is extra coins. So not only do you get the coins for working for them, but then you get a bonus chest with extra coins. Okay? Let's see. I said click on avatar, right? Click on them. You can do all kinds of stuff, right? Click on their name down here. See, he's gone. She's gone. Anyway, you can click on down there. That pretty much covers the job marketplace. And that pretty much ends up this video. So I'd like to thank you for hanging in there with me. I know it's kind of lengthy, but there was a lot to talk about as a new beginner player. And I just wanted to set you off in the right direction. It's a ton of fun, Farmtown. It can be very addicting. It takes a lot of time to build up, and you'll have fun doing it. And it takes cash, real hard money cash, So don't forget, put it under your entertainment expense. Hang in there, don't get frustrated. It really is fun once you get into it and you start moving around and getting some friends and neighbors and buddies and things of that nature. And if you like this video, if you would click like below and or subscribe would be great. If you would subscribe, that would be awesome, because then when I do the next set of videos, you'll be notified, because I think there's going to be at least a part B and a part C, because we got a lot to talk about. And also, if you have any questions or comments, or you'd like to see a video on a specific subject, I'd be more than happy to do that for you. So anyway, I wish you all a beautiful day, and thank you so much for watching. And if you want to share. The more who see it, the beginners, the better off we all are, right? Happy farming, happy day, God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.